Hi students, today we'll be talking about business environments. We will be looking at how the internal and external factors influence business ideas. Today we will be learning about the internal, operating, and macro business environments. You'll learn how to identify how these factors affect businesses, as well as identify environmental factors based on case study. You should be able to classify the internal and external factors into their categories, as well as clearly explain how each specific factor affects business operation. You need to be able to use business terminology as well. Now, what is a business environment? A business environment refers to all the internal and external factors that influence how a business operates and makes decisions. Why is it important? Factors in these environments don't just exist, they shape the business by creating opportunities, showing challenges, and impacting the overall success or failure for a business. This is very important, especially for a business that is in a seed stage. Now let's have a look at the different factors. We have the internal environment, which is the core of the business, followed by the external operating environment and the external macro environment. Let's have a look at the internal environment. Internal environment refers to factors that is within the business. Now, these are part of the business's day-to-day life, and the business has control over these internal environments. Some examples is the owner and the management. How is the business being run and the leadership style, as well as the employees? What skills and expertise do the employees have, as well as organizational structure and culture, which refers to the values and the culture of the workplace. Now let's have a look at the external operating environment. This is influenced by external influences and the business has limited control over its external operating environment. These are referred to as the stakeholders. Some of the stakeholders are customers, competitors, suppliers, as well as interest groups. Now, customers affect the business, and the business has limited control over them because their taste and their preferences changes, as well as the spending power. Now, another stakeholder are the business competitors, where the business has to look at the competitors' pricing strategies and new product launches in order to make sure that they are staying competitive. They also have to have a look at the stakeholder, which is the supplier. This is where the supplier controls the cost of materials and the reliability of delivery. Last but not least, you have the interest group. So this refers to organization that looks at protecting and promoting specific industry, for example, trade unions. Now let's have a look at the external macro environment. This refers to the big picture. This looks at the factors that affect all the businesses in an industry, and businesses have no control over these factors. They can only change according to these factors. Now, two analysis that we use for this is the steeple or the PES analysis. These are two ways to analyze external macro environment for the business.